review, let's go to our basic supply and demand graph, figure 2.1 in the handout. You talked in section about the market for pork. That's the market Perloff uses, seems good as any. So we'll continue to rely on that. The market for pork. And in pork, in this pork market, you have a demand curve and a supply curve. Now, let's remember it's critical to remember what these curves represent. Once again, for this course, ideally, you will understand all concepts on 3 levels: intuitively, graphically, and mathematically. Okay? But the intuitive is the most important, especially for those of you who aren't going to go on and do a whole lot of economics, where this is just sort of one of the few economics courses you'll take. It's very important for your lives and on using economics to understand this intuitively. So intuitively, let's talk about what the demand curve represents. Each point in the demand curve represents the price consumers are willing to pay for that quantity. And it's downward sloping. The demand curve is downward sloping because as the price goes up, consumers are willing to buy less, consumers are willing to buy less of a good. Okay? So their willingness to pay changes. Okay, so that's the demand curve. Now what about the supply curve? What's the supply curve represent? So how much they're going to charge for a given quantity of the good. And once again, and that is upward sloping because as the price rises, they're willing to supply more. So as the price rises, consumers demand less. As the price rises, producers produce more. Okay? And equilibrium is that point where supply equals demand. Equilibrium equals happiness. Okay? It's the point where suppliers and demanders are both happy. Okay? They're both happy because at a point such as E, the amount that consumers demand at that price is equal to the amount suppliers are willing to supply at that price. Okay? So they're jointly happy. You've reached a point where consumers want a certain amount at a certain price. At that price, producers say, great, you want E, I'm happy to produce E at that price. So we've reached equilibrium.